Welcome back, everyone. Mix 1041, and we're on mixtv.tv. And it's time for our latest interview with the Cleveland Boat Center Charity of Choice contest, which, of course, is in progress right now based on the public's votes. Go to mymix1041.com, click on Cleveland Boat Center Charity of Choice, and vote. And I guarantee you, Pastor Lipsey and Don Lepsy would love for you to vote for the 180 Center.
We would indeed.
At South Cleveland. Good morning. How are you guys?
Hey, good morning. How are you, Steve?
Thanks for having us.
Doing great. Pastor, tell us about the 180 Center.
Okay, the 180 Center is a one-year faith-based live-in recovery program for people who are struggling with life-controlling addictions. So people who have burned every bridge in their life, have no resources, have no insurance to go to medical-type detox programs, but still are desperate to get freedom in their life and break free from addiction, are able to come to us. There's no charge for them. We don't take an entry fee. We don't charge them a monthly fee to be here. They come to us, and the 180 Center completely takes care of all of their needs for a year. They live in a house that we provide. We clothe. Most of them come with the clothes on their back. We clothe, we feed, we disciple, we train. We help them get jobs. When they graduate, we help them restart life. And it's a one-year recovery program that I've ran for about 15 plus years. I ran it in Dallas before I moved to Cleveland 7 years ago. When I moved to Cleveland, I brought them with me and started the program here. And it's just a tremendous program that changes people's life. Most of your listeners who are in the Christian faith that know anything about recovery have probably heard of a program called Teen Life Challenge. Oh, yeah. It's a program started by David Wilkerson. His most famous convert, Nicky Cruz, on the streets of New York. And Teen Challenge has changed the lives of millions and millions of people over the last multiple decades who have struggled with addiction. I was a teenage alcoholic and drug addict. My dad was killed in a train car collision when I was 15 years old. I blamed God and spent 6 years in severe drug addiction. I was an IV drug user, had a needle in my arm 300 days a year for 6 years. When I was 19 years old, I found myself in a legal mess because of my lifestyle, and it looked like I was fixing to go to prison for the next 15 years. I had a pastor that pled with the district attorney in my hometown, please, let's get this young man some help. He needs help. And they rearranged some things and made a way for me to, as an alternative to prison, to go to Teen Challenge. I went to Teen Challenge, spent the year there. It absolutely changed my life. And I promised the Lord when I left that program that I would never forget where I came from, that I would always invest in the lives of people who are struggling with addictions. I'm so thankful to God's grace given my life. It's been 31 years now that I've been delivered from drugs and alcohol. And many of the people that I lived that life of addiction with 31 years are still in that life. And then many of them have their life has ended tragically because of that. And I realize how blessed I am to have been able to escape that lifestyle. And I've done my very best for the last 31 years to help everyone I can put my hands on escape from that lifestyle. And so that is that's the desire of the 180 Center. Our program runs very similar to Teen Challenge. Teen Challenge is my frame of reference. And so it's a one-year program just like Teen Challenge. And our daily functioning, our daily living arrangements are just like Teen Challenge. And we've helped hundreds and hundreds and hundreds of people over the last 15 years find their way to freedom.
Wow. Dawn Lepsy joins us. Dawn, this is obviously an extremely impactful program through South Cleveland.
Well, the 180 Center is really near and dear our heart. We've run similar centers before we actually came to South, but again, we brought the 180 Center with us when we came. It is its own individual entity and it's a nonprofit, but South Cleveland, the church family there, has just taken them in, and they love them, and they give them honor, and they give them dignity, and they give them a place to begin again. You know, the 180 Center is not just for a certain type of person. We understand that there are life-controlling addictions such as alcohol and drugs, and the majority of them are from that. But we also have people that live a homeless lifestyle, and that becomes an addiction in itself. And we have brought people in that have been homeless, I think, for over 10 years, and their lives have been changed. We have people that are stooped in life-controlling depression, which is crippling. So whatever it is, the theme of the 180 Center is the least, the last, and the lost. And whatever that looks like in whatever age group. I think our youngest one was 19, and I think our oldest one right now is 60. So there's a wide variety of the people that addiction and life-controlling addictions grip. So it doesn't matter if they've come from a good home, a Christian home. Pastor Lipsey was raised in a Christian home, but we know that everybody makes a choice for themselves, and there's consequences to our choices, whether it be good or whether it be bad. But South Cleveland gives people the opportunity to begin again and gives them grace to do so. 21-day programs are great, but oftentimes that's not enough. We're in this mindset for so long that it takes a while to be discipled. And the 180 Center is biblically based. We believe that Jesus is the answer for every one of our questions and every one of our problems, and we want people to know him. He is the answer. And so they get discipleship every single day. They have classes that they go through, literature that they go through. We have counseling now that they're given, but we also teach them a hard, good work ethic. Many times that's missing now in the world. And for them to make it outside of the 180 Center, they're going to have that ability to move forward. And so we give them that ability, the basis, baby steps at a time, right? It takes a long time to come out of that mindset and that mentality. It takes them months to feel good again and to begin coming back in. And so we do clothe and feed them. And when I say clothe, when they come here, they're usually very, very skinny. You know, we had a man that testified last night. I think he's 6'2", 6'3", and he came in at 140 pounds. You wouldn't recognize him today. And so they grow as they come, but we call that healthy, right? Other people don't like that, but we call it healthy. Right. And so we continue to grow or clothe them as they grow. But even in that one instance, after he had graduated the 180 Center, he was still missing teeth. And that alone will take someone's dignity from them. And they won't smile. They won't want to talk to you. And through South Cleveland and through the 180 Center, we were able to get him into a program here in Cleveland, and they were able to get him dentures, and now he smiles. So it's a whole life-changing process. And then after they graduate, we don't just kick them out on the streets, but we give them the in-between time to have money in their hand and still have the stability and the covering of our home and some grace to move in between that and let them recondition back into society. So we're just thrilled for the opportunity to make a difference.
Pastor, unbelievable. And how can people get more information on the 180 Center?
Well, you can connect with us at South Cleveland. Obviously, much of what we do at South Cleveland deals with recovery, in addition to the 180 Center, which is a live-in faith-based recovery program. They're with us 24 hours a day, 365 days a year. In addition to that, we have a program on Thursday nights called Recovery Alive, which is a good place to come in and get the introduction to our recovery community. Brian Keplinger and his wife Miranda are the directors of that program, and they are just absolutely doing a tremendous work in town. That's on Thursday nights at South. Right now, I think they're averaging 100, 150 people every Thursday night. And these are not just our Sunday morning churchgoers coming to an extra service. These are people who are active in addiction that are trying to find a way out. And so you can go to our website, connect with southcleveland.org. Lots of information there. You can call the church. You can come on Thursday nights, connect with our outpatient recovery program, and just sit down and talk with us, and we'd be glad to let you know more. It is a tremendous ministry, and it runs by the goodness of God's people. Once again, we don't charge anyone anything to come, so we are absolutely honored to be one of your finalists.
That's right.
And I encourage the people to vote for the 180 Center.
Vote.
You can vote at mymix1041.com. This is the Cleveland Boat Center, charity of choice. I appreciate Pastor Lepsy and Dawn Lipsey for joining us this morning to talk about this. Again, go to mymix1041.com. Vote for your favorite, the Cleveland Boat Center Charity of Choice.